Imagine a cross between a pipe organ and a fire siren, and you've got a Calliope. Although 3 different people claim to have developed the idea of playing music through semi-tunable steam whistles and a keyboard, the first person to patent it was on October 9, 1855, and that was Joshua C. Stoddard of Worcester, Massachusetts. He developed the very first instrument that was patented, and he called it the American Patented Steam Piano. It was really his brother, who was the captain of the steamer Armenia, who put it on his boat, that got it to where people figured out what it could do, and that is, it was the perfect ballyhoo instrument. They would play it 4 or 5 miles out of town because it would carry and the sound would draw people down. P.T. Barnum, the circus impresario, saw his first instrument in 1870. He was taking his circus on a ferry boat across the river to Aberdeen, Ohio, and heard it and thought this would be the perfect way to end his circus parade, putting it in a circus wagon and having the elephants pull it at the very end of the parade. But he didn't like the name that it was patented under, which was the American Patented Steam Piano. So he thought he'd come up with something a little bit more showy. So he went to his book of Greek mythology and pulled up the name Calliope. She was the 7th Greek muse of Greek mythology, and she was noted for her beauty and eloquence of voice. So he thought this would be the perfect name for his instrument. It really, from that point, again, stayed the calling card of the circus, the excursion boat, and the show boat until about the 1920s, when the circuses stopped carrying them. By 1950, no circus carried one. Excursion boats, though, still carry them.
The excursions and showboats carried passengers and cargo up and down the Mississippi and throughout settlements in the Midwest. One such boat, the Majestic, carried one of the last Calliopes ever built and was used until 1960, when it was donated to Indiana University.
Indiana University ran it until 1967, and they would go town to town, just like the old showboats did, playing the Calliope as they arrived in town. Steam-powered Calliope can carry up to 5 miles, so it's probably better than any radio broadcast to let people know the showboat is here and we're ready to get started.
For 7 years, Indiana University used both the steamboat and the Calliope and everything that came with it, but eventually, the Majestic was sold.
When IU sold the showboat, they kept 2 things. They kept the pilot wheel from the Attaboy, and they kept the Calliope. The Calliope was put in storage up in Bloomington, and in 1976, the theater department put it together in a recreation of a circus wagon. Put the Calliope in there just as it was, and literally toured the state of Indiana with it. We've toured with that Calliope since then. Very few years has it not run, with the exception of about a 10-year run between 2007 and 2017 when it didn't go out on the road.
And as it sat in storage, it decayed, the Calliope silenced by years of neglect. Until J.T. Forbes, CEO of the Indiana University Alumni Association, stepped in to take this piece of Hoosier history and introduce it to a new audience.
I got the call from JT saying that they wanted to rework the homecoming parade, try to add some new energy to it, and one of the pieces they wanted to work with to do that was the Calliope. Would I be willing to take a look at it? So I went up and looked at it, and some of the woodwork was clearly in bad repair, so we ended up trying to find someone who could do that kind of work, and ended up with a company down out of Bloomington, Monroe Restoration. So he came up and looked at it. Turned out the unit was in much worse shape than we thought. From the sitting there all those years, we had a lot of dry rot. Basically, Tim looked at it and said, now we got to strip it down to its frame and rebuild it.
The goal of the renovation was to maintain as much of the original Calliope as possible, but as they worked, they realized certain things, like the heating and steam system, would have to be replaced. After the restoration was finished, the Calliope made its first journey to the IU Homecoming Parade in 2016. Since then, it has become a popular attraction at events across the state. This Calliope harkens back to the circus, to steamboats, and to life on the river. It is a piece of U.S. history, the state's history, and now, more than ever, part of Indiana University's history.
This is a part of history that goes back beyond your grandparents and your great-grandparents, because this was the way we advertised 150 years ago. History is very important, and I know it's probably the most boring subject you'll ever go through in school, but it is very important because we learn from our history. And our history has many different facets. It was the way the circus advertised. The Calliope was the last unit in the parade. That was the follow me to the big top, to the show. So I think the reason to keep a Calliope around is because we need to know what that was. And we've learned a lot from our history, so why not have an audible reminder of what history was?